This is what happens when you put a real boxer in a WWE ring. At the No Way Out pay-per-view in 2008, Big Show returned to WWE. The moment became very memorable, but for all the wrong reasons. Big Show decided to make an impact on his first night by attacking Rey Mysterio, who had just lost a match. The Giant was about to deliver a fatal blow, but was interrupted when undefeated boxer Floyd Mayweather jumped over the barricade and into the ring. Big Show stood about 1.5 feet taller than Mayweather and decided to taunt the boxer by getting on his knees. Now, before you see what Floyd did, there's one important thing you need to know.
Floyd is going to punch Big Show one shot, we're told, in the face.
Now here's what Floyd Mayweather actually did. That was a lot more than just one punch. The multiple fists caused Big Show's nose to break, and the world's largest athlete became legitimately angry and ran after the boxer.
There was a switch when Mayweather broke my nose where if I'd have gotten my hands on him, we wouldn't have had a WrestleMania moment or promotion.
Sometimes, celebrities aren't so lucky, and they end up feeling a wrestler's wrath after they've messed up. When a wrestler gets hit for real by their opponent, they will often hit their opponent back with a hard blow. This is what's called a receipt, and celebrities aren't exempt. During the 2022 Royal Rumble, Johnny Knoxville entered the iconic match and confronted AJ Styles. However, the Jackass star smacked AJ a bit too hard and hurt him. The Phenomenal One, though, let it slide, after he knocked Knoxville down with a stiff clothesline. Now, it makes sense how a professional boxer and a guy from Jackass could hurt a WWE superstar, but how in the world does a 58-year-old lady injure a wrestler? Here's how. In the lead up to the 1000th episode of Raw, all kinds of celebrities and stars from WWE's past made special appearances. One of them was singer Cyndi Lauper, who appeared at the first WrestleMania in 1985 and helped introduce WWE into the mainstream. She had not been in a ring since then, so Cyndi Lauper's return on Raw was a big moment. Unfortunately, Heath Slater cut the celebration short. The one-man band said he had to share his new single, and he turned Raw into a concert. Luckily, Roddy Piper came out to cut Slater off. Hot Rod didn't just come to save everyone's ears though. Piper also gave Cyndi Lauper a gift, a framed record, but Lauper decided to use it for a different purpose.
Hit him hard! Whoa! Oh my God!
Even though the glass was rigged to break, the attack actually cut Slater open and he started to bleed. Once the WWE camera crew saw what had happened, they cut the camera off Slater's face. Who would have thought that a sweet 58-year-old woman would have busted someone open? Randy Savage had a rough film career, literally. The Macho Man made his movie debut in Ready to Rumble. At the beginning of the film, the main character, Gordy, has a daydream about fighting a store clerk in a tag team wrestling match. Gordy has fictional wrestler Jimmy King in his corner, while the store clerk's tag team partner is Randy Savage. Ironically, during the filming, it was Macho Man who took a real punch to the face.
Now I'm gonna get you! Yeah. Ah. Oh shit.
While that was painful, this next celebrity could have killed Savage. Not long after Ready to Rumble, Macho Man had his defining film role in the 2002 Spider-Man movie. After Peter Parker gets the powers that eventually turn him into Spider-Man, he enters a local wrestling competition to make some money. To win, Parker has to last 3 minutes in the ring with Bonesaw McGraw, played by the Macho Man. Behind the scenes, Randy Savage insisted on performing all of his own stunts. During the final part of Bonesaw and Spider-Man's wrestling match, the superhero uses a monkey flip to send his opponent crashing into the ropes. This part had to be shot multiple times, which took a toll on Randy Savage's body. In fact, in the final cut of the movie, you can see Macho Man land on his head. According to the Macho Man's brother, Savage had difficulty turning his neck after the filming and would often turn his entire torso instead. Savage did not ask for any of this, but this next wrestler sort of had an injury coming to him. In 2011, Wolverine himself, Hugh Jackman, was guest hosting Raw. Dolph Ziggler came out and confronted the actor and shared a pretty hot take.
Cleveland is the town of the underdog. Underdog is just another word for loser.
Jackman didn't agree with Ziggler and decided to find an underdog in WWE to fight the United States champion. Wolverine ended up picking Zack Ryder and accompanied the Long Island IC to the ring. During Ryder and Ziggler's match, Dolph's manager, Vicky Guerrero, smacked the Long Island loudmouth. Hugh Jackman decided to return the favor and punched Dolph Ziggler in the face, allowing Ryder to hit the Rough Rider and win the match. Unfortunately, the punch actually connected and injured the Shaw's jaw. However, this didn't happen because Jackman was careless or going off script.
And he goes, so what do we do? I kind of swing by you. I go, if you don't punch me in the face as hard as you can, I'm gonna get fired and I'm coming after you.
To his credit, Jackman didn't hold anything back. In fact, the punch fractured Dolph Ziggler's jaw and he had to wear a mouth guard for a little while. Even though Ziggler told Jackman to really hit him, the actor felt bad and sent Ziggler a case of beer as a gift. One of the movies that helped transform Batista from a popular wrestler into a successful actor was the James Bond film Spectre. In the movie, Batista plays a character named Mr. Hanks, an assassin working for a terrorist organization. Of course, he has some run-ins with James Bond, including a fight on a moving train. During the filming, Daniel Craig, the actor who played James Bond, accidentally punched Batista in the nose and actually broke it. Unlike the Big Show, Batista was surprisingly chill about having his nose broken. Craig apologized to the animal and they continued filming the fight scene. So far, these injuries have been pretty bad, but I'm not joking when I say this next injury is the worst of them all. Shortly after leaving WWE, Kevin Nash appeared in the Marvel movie The Punisher. In it, Nash played a villain called the Russian. During the film, the Russian has a massive fight with the main character, Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. At the start of the fight, the Punisher stabs Kevin Nash's character with a knife. Nash just laughs it off and keeps beating up his enemy. Here's the crazy thing though, it was a real knife. The actor playing the Punisher accidentally grabbed a real knife instead of a fake one. What's even crazier is that Kevin Nash didn't realize he had been stabbed until he saw the blood. Once Kevin and the film crew realized what had happened, the WWE wrestler decided to just superglue the wound shut and finish filming the scene. It's amazing Kevin Nash can walk when he's carrying balls of steel. While that might be the worst injury in this video, this next one is the most painful, if you're a man. After leaving WWE, Jeff Jarrett would begin a feud with radio personality Beetlejuice. Double J started the rivalry when he hit Beetle on the head with his iconic guitar. Jarrett didn't realize it at the time, but he was gonna regret this decision. The next week, Jeff Jarrett competed in a match against Booker T, with the winner becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Because of the match stipulation, the title belt was hidden inside one of 4 boxes hanging above the ring. After a lengthy and brutal battle, only 1 box remained. Jarrett was just inches away from becoming world champion when all of a sudden, Beetlejuice ran in and hit Double J below the belt. Beetlejuice accidentally did his job a bit too well, as the first punch hit Jarrett's, well, you know. Beetle made sure the other punches he threw didn't hit anywhere sensitive, but the damage was already done. Lesson learned, don't mess with Beetlejuice. While all these moments were either done by accident or with good intentions, this next incident was made to physically punish someone. In the late 90s, WWE decided to try something new, real fights. The company held a tournament called the Brawl for All, where wrestlers would get into the ring and actually fight one another. The man who ended up winning the tournament was Bart Gunn, which seems great, except it was actually the worst thing that could have happened to him. The higher-ups at WWE wanted a different wrestler named Steve Williams to win, but Gunn beat him. WWE wasn't gonna let it slide, so they decided to do something pretty mean. At WrestleMania 15, WWE put Bart Gunn in one more Brawl for All match. Gunn's opponent wasn't another WWE wrestler though. Instead, it was Butterbean, who was an actual boxer. While Bart Gunn won the tournament, he was a wrestler, not a fighter. Not surprisingly then, Butterbean knocked Bart Gunn out in 35 seconds.
Takedown! 27 seconds left. There's the right hand punch. It's over. Goodbye. It's over.
Luckily, Bart Gunn wasn't seriously hurt, but it was a pretty embarrassing moment. Now, did you know that WWE actually has a secret hand signal to tell if a wrestler is really hurt? To find out what it is, watch the video on screen.